Hello, everybody. This is the Melanin Us. I am the host, one of the co-hosts, Jalen Daniels, and this is my lovely crew. Come on, introduce yourselves.
Marquez Smith.
Hi guys, my name is Infinity Campos. I'm also a co-host on the show.
Josh.
All right, like I said, this is the Melanin Us. So today we are coming in with a good discussion. So good that it's gonna make you want to slap your mom and your daddy because they probably won't agree with you because old heads. But anyways, so do y'all know about the show Toy Story?
Of course.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, well there has been some trending topics, trending posts about the cancellation of Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head
Yeah.
because of the whole gender neutral thing. I'm not saying my view on it yet because I want to hear what y'all got to say. I'm an instigator, so.
Well, with me, I don't understand like this gender neutral thing because they're potatoes. So like when you first get them, I don't know. Have you ever had it? When you first get it, they are dressed up as Mrs. and Mister, but then you're a kid, so you usually just take the clothes off anyways and just switch them anyways. So I mean, it doesn't really matter if they're Mr. or
Yeah,
Mrs.
I don't really understand the gender neutral thing.
So are you saying basically that they should make it gender neutral? Is what you're saying?
I don't understand why would they change it in the beginning, because when you get a toy, period, with clothes on, you usually take it off and throw it somewhere. And they're potatoes. Who cares about
I'm gonna have to agree with that. I don't see no reason to put potatoes.
Yeah, they're
in
like
a
trying to
little
make
gender.
it cater
Yeah.
towards like a group
Mhm.
when there's no need to. They're toys. They're kids.
Potatoes, man. People look up to them.
So I'm trying to understand. So basically, y'all are saying that the potato kid toys should be gender neutral.
No,
I'm saying it
not
doesn't.
at all.
It doesn't
No.
matter if it.
Wait, I'm confused.
I'm saying it shouldn't be gender neutral, because what's the point of changing something when it's already being basically changed?
Absolutely.
Like,
and like
kids always change stuff. Like,
Yeah. It's now, to me it's a little, I mean, it's definitely going overboard, especially with cancel culture in
Yeah.
general. People are being, now I'm gonna be a little roast about this. People are honestly being way too sensitive, and you're trying to change content that's already been created. Okay. And and it's the same thing with Sesame Street. They're trying to make Bert and Ernie gay. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you
No.
had to go all
Yeah,
the way
like
back
what
for the
we,
kids.
what we knew in the
Yeah.
olden days
Why
is
do
trying
kids-
to like change it to something
why-
different. It's like, what's the point?
Why do kids need to know about sexuality in general? Why does there have to be any sexuality in kids' content?
Yeah, that's like goes
At
with the same
all.
with race. Like, kids shouldn't be grown. Like, they should know that they're black and they're white
Yeah.
and they're like Mexican and mixed.
They're
but they
young.
shouldn't know
Let
that.
kids,
Oh my gosh, white people don't like me. Like, they shouldn't know that. They
let
should
kids be
yeah, they
kids,
should be-
please.
Cool.
I think with the whole gender neutral thing, I'm gonna say it because I'm just that type of person. I'm gonna be brutally honest. There's only two genders. Whether you want to believe it or not, that's your opinion.
I second
I
that.
third that.
There is only two genders,
Second that.
male and female.
I actually,
I second that.
I third that.
I know what you mean by there's two
What
genders, male
are
and
the-
female. But if somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, I don't want you to say he or she, or because there's a girl in my class and she said I don't want to be I want to be classified as he, but if you're speaking to me, speak me as like in the third person, they, and stuff like that. So I was like, how do I say
I got
that?
a question. So now, for me personally, I'm not really a supporter of that, but do what you do. I'm not gonna stop you. For me personally, I don't agree with that. My question for you is, for example, I'm gonna use an example. What's wrong with me identifying as 47 years old? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with me identifying
know what
as
she's trying to
47
say?
years old?
No, I don't know what you're trying to say.
Well, what's wrong with her identifying?
That's
As
47 years old.
old.
Now, age is significantly less important than gender, but it's the same concept. What's the problem with me identifying as 47
I just
years
woke
old?
up one morning. I'm 47.
Well, me personally, I don't have a problem with anything. Like, if you tell me, hey, like, my cousin told me he was gay, I was like, I don't care.
But I'm saying, if I were to go into, I don't know, no. Say if I want, now let me use a different age. Say if I want to apply for a retirement plan, and I say, but I identify as 65 years old, so I need this retirement plan. What's the problem with that?
I understand that. I understand your view now.
Yeah, so basically, For all the people who like, what's she talking about? She basically saying you can't just up and change what you want to be. This is what you currently are. You are a male or you are a female. You can't like if you
You can
want to
say
be
it
with
all day
boys
you
or
want.
you want to be with girls and you want to be with
But
the same
for the
sex.
Do your
alias,
thing,
but for
man.
the
Wait, wait, wait.
alias,
You can say whatever you want.
You
I'll
can
say,
say
I can
whatever
say I'm
you
a
want.
dog. I can say I'm a dog and eat, sleep, and live
what
like
are
a
you?
dog.
In all actuality, what are you?
I'm a human.
Exactly. So if you can like the same sex, but don't try to be so difficult saying don't call me this. Like that same sex, but still understand that that's what you are. At the end of the day, if you are a boy, you can't get pregnant. If you are a girl, you can't get another girl pregnant. So let's be realistic. You don't have to add all this extra stuff with. I don't understand why we got to be so difficult. If you're gonna be gay, be
especially
gay.
with
It's
some
just
toys,
a lot of
especially with some
of
toys.
confusion. A lot of
First off,
confusion.
when I was younger, it was Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Same here.
And that was it.
That's how I remember it.
It wasn't no, hey, you gonna sell a potato? You finna put a girl body on a.
Oh,
it's
and
a
you need to
potato.
call them. It's not Mr. and Mrs. Potato. It's just potato and potato.
Yeah, that's the new thing. I'm gonna call it Mr. and Mrs. Potato, and my kids are gonna come up knowing it's Mr. and Mrs.
If they still around
Yes,
because it's
ma'am.
cancel culture. So since we're on
That's
cancel
true.
culture, there was another thing that's being canceled. What is that?
Oh yes. Recently, a video has come up by Daniel Bergoli, aka Bad Baby. She came out and broke code of silence, talking about this camp for troubled teens called Turnabout. My goodness.
What is
Turnabout
it?
Ranch.
Yeah,
Yes,
Turnabout
Turnabout Ranch, located in Utah. When Daniel Bergoli came on Dr. Phil, she was sent to this camp because she was wiling out, and normally
Catch me outside, right?
yes, Catch Me Outside.
Yeah.
So all of y'all know that video, obviously. Blew up, and she was sent to this camp. So
Blew up and got rich.
Yes.
Ah.
But Daniel Bergoli recently came out and saying that this camp is not a rehabilitation. No, excuse me, not rehabilitation, but does not help teenagers or troubled teens at all. It's actually quite abusive. She talked about a lot of her experiences there. You can go to the video yourself, and she'll explain. And she's calling out Dr. Phil and asking him to issue an apology to the girl who recently came out and said she got sexually assaulted at the camp. At the ranch.
Is she asking? Because I didn't really get to read the article that well.
She's
So
trying
is
to
she
cancel
asking
Dr.
that she
Phil.
wants?
Yes,
So
she's
she wants
asking.
to
She's
cancel.
she's
Mhm.
putting Dr. Phil on the spot and telling him that he has until April to issue an apology to the girl who was sent to Turnabout Camp.
So okay, so
Turnabout
for all the people who
Ranch.
aren't sure, let's give put it kindergarten version of the reason why she wants him to be canceled. What's the kindergarten version?
She wants it to be basically canceled because Dr. Phil keeps sending these kids
To Turnabout Ranch.
to a ranch that rapes and kills and basically
so-
That
abuses
abuses.
kids. Yeah.
She explained some of it. Now again, go to the video because that's where you get all of the information. But she basically said how she had a very horrible experience at the camp, and she actually experienced some PTSD as a result. Saying that when she got there, she was taken there, not knowing, in the middle of the night. And when she got there, she was sent to sort of a teepee kind of tent. She wasn't allowed to lay down for 3 days straight. She wasn't allowed to lay down. She wasn't allowed to sleep. They didn't allow her to change her clothes. She said that she had gotten a UTI as a result because she wasn't able to change her underwear and other things like that.
So she wants him to be canceled because of those reasons. Okay, but I'm not saying whether I think he should be canceled or not. But should we cancel her? Because what was the issue she was on Dr. Phil for in the first time?
Oh.
The music she creates, should we cancel her for that?
Hey, she does what she does. People.
I
gonna
can't
post
knock
music.
nobody's
I'm
hustle.
not gonna cancel. I'm not gonna cancel
You know,
her for
people are
that.
gonna make their
But
music.
I'm not
Anybody
gonna
can make
cancel
She
it now.
became famous for disrespecting her mother. That's
So
why
that's
she
should
true.
she be
famous.
canceled for that?
Now I don't agree. Now I'm not gonna say that.
I would
because
agree on that.
But that goes.
I'm
that
just
goes
saying,
again,
man.
That goes again with going stuff like back in the past. That happened how many years ago? How old is she now? Like 20? I don't know.
How long ago was she
No.
was
Not
She
at
was
all.
like 18. That was. It's,
No,
I'm not
like
saying that
like
it was.
16,
16.
17.
Nah, she's older than.
She's older.
No, she's like
18.
18.
17.
But I'm saying it was a couple years ago, and again, yeah, I completely disagree with how she got famous and started earning a bunch of money. How she kicked off her fame off of being Dr. Phil and being disrespectful to her mother. I'm not gonna praise that at all. But should I cancel her for it? No, because there's no point in bringing it back up. I don't agree with that at all.
They tried to cancel her for saying nigga.
Yeah, and Doja Cat as well, right?
Doja Cat, she in like a past, she had her past and she said she said nigga in one of her videos, but she recently apologized for it, but people still trying to cancel her because of her past. Queen Naja did the same, and she said nigga in one of her videos, past videos, and she recently came out and
Issued an apology.
Issued an apology.
I don't think we have the place to really cancel anybody. Because if you ain't signing my check, you can't cancel me. When we were talking about this show, and we were talking about could we get canceled, and they were saying because we talk about sex and all these different race and all this stuff, could we get canceled? I said we can't get canceled because this is our show. We own this. So as long as you ain't signing my check, you can't cancel me.
Yeah.
But
That's right.
if we gonna cancel, I ain't gonna lie. Nah, this is if we are in the position to cancel somebody.
Y'all don't
Queen,
notice,
what is it? Queen, what?
Y'all don't notice, but each of us
Cancel
are
her.
shaking right now because it's real cold out here. So if you see us shaking, it's
Yeah,
I've
we
been
ain't used to
shaking,
this in
I've been
Florida.
shaking.
I don't feel it.
But go
But
on.
Queen Naja, cancel her. I'm gonna say this
Why?
because the fact this chick is the only person to steal somebody's song and get mad
You
when they
always
clap back
say
on her.
that.
I don't like that. Cancel her. She
But-
steals
but
other
she
people's
still-
music.
the
Does
beat-
not tell them. She don't do it. Then when they get mad at it, she clap back at them. You can't do that. Nah.
But isn't she just stealing the beat?
No, do you know how much, girl? You can go to jail for stealing somebody.
Copyright.
You
Copyright.
have 4
Copyright,
measures. You
man.
got like 4
Yeah.
measures of a song.
Copyright
Getting
claims.
sued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
They're real serious
And
about
to
that.
get famous
Yeah.
off of it,
Yeah.
not happening.
Right. So if you don't cancel her. Let's cancel her.
Cancel her for her music.
But if anything, let's cancel racism.
Yeah.
That is something we have control over because there's no money involved in that. Let's cancel that.
Let's
But
cancel
let's be
meaningless
clear.
fights and arguments.
Queen Naja, she's mixed.
Hmm.
Do you feel like a mixed person is allowed to say nigga?
That's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation
But
for a whole
that's why
nother
she's
video.
being
A whole nother
canceled.
segment. That could be in the next segment. I hope.
That's a whole nother subject.
Yeah.
But we definitely gonna get some ratings for that one. But yeah, so I am. See, because when we were struggling to do this, because this was originally supposed to be our first discussion when we first thought about doing our first episode, but we redid it and came out with diversity.
Yes.
So the reason why we didn't do it the first time because we didn't have it just wasn't juicy enough. I'm gonna go ahead and say it just wasn't juicy enough at the time. But when it came up again, I said we got to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I don't think the only people who really are affected by this cancel culture, who hate it more than just the average beings, Republicans hate cancel culture for some reason.
Why you say that?
I have no clue. I just
Because they're trying to cancel Trump.
I don't know what it is, but they have a problem with this cancel culture. Like some rapper was invited to some type of
Oh my gosh, I think I know
some
what you're
type
talking
of Congress thing, and he posted something, and Republicans got mad about it. I don't know what it is.
about. I know what
but
you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
He
but
was
I
like the
can't
first
say- I
rapper
can't
to
get
ever
his
be
name.
invited, but
I can't get
for
his
some
Not
name.
familiar with it.
Republicans
check it out.
don't really like the whole cancel culture thing.
Mhm.
But you
I
have to
know
remember
Trump
they
was
also
banned
don't
off
like the
of
whole
social media.
sensitivity thing.
Trump was banned off of social
I
media.
feel like because
Yeah.
they tried to cancel him so many times.
They
But
banned him
the
off of
fact
social
that
media.
Trump was canceled as soon as the election started happening.
No, as soon as the election
Twitter
ended.
should have been banned him. Instagram should have been banned
Yeah,
him.
he was going crazy.
He
He had
should-
them Twitter fingers.
He should have
He,
been banned
he was going crazy.
before any election or anything came up.
He gets into a lot of he picks a lot. I'm not gonna lie, he picks a lot of fights with people
And he can't
on
battle
Twitter
them.
for yeah.
Cause he got his little fan base. They like, oh my gosh, cop lives matter, guys. Like,
Okay, so there's another discussion I want to talk about since we have a little bit of time left. Oh Lord, since we're talking about this whole thing with the LGBT, since we're talking about Miss Potato Head and gender neutral thing, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pinpoint this little discussion that's been going around: sports and trans.
And we ask you guys again, please don't take this
Yeah,
to heart.
that's
Don't-
what a disclaimer for. Yeah,
this
so.
is
These are our
this
own
is just an
opinions.
open
Right.
this is just an open discussion. This is not pointed towards anybody. Y'all do what you do. It's all love here. All right?
Right.
That's it.
So with the sports and trans, there was an athlete. She was in high school, and she ran track, and she was a little mad because there was a transgender on her female sports team, and obviously the man was winning. Well, the transgender was winning, and that upset her. So she took it all the way to the news because the school wasn't doing anything about it. So she took it to the news. And I personally believe that she has every right to do that. And I believe she should have done that because, if we're going to create, all this diversity inside the sports teams, let's do like what we do in everything else. Create a separate team just like they do for anything else. Like if some team or a team, if there's some type of movie or some type of club, what do? We got something for every single type of person out there, whether they black, white, gay, straight, yellow, polka dot, or green. We got something for them. So let's do the same thing for transgenders. If y'all want to go play in football and all that stuff, or run track or do cheerleading, let them do that. Well, cheerleading,
But what was that movie?
No.
But I agree.
No.
I
No, we're not talking about that.
But that was
Joanna Man.
Joanna Man.
No.
It was a man, and she. I mean,
Dominated.
yeah.
You can't
But
do
I
that.
agree. But the thing is,
I'm interested
the
to
problem,
say about the opinion you have because
Yeah.
I also feel the same way. It's a little unfair because
Yeah.
how you have a man,
It's an
so
unfair
say trans.
advantage. It's an unfair advantage. You put a man, or I'm sorry, a transgender woman,
Right. We got to be so specific. Man.
I'm sorry.
a transgender woman on, say, track with a bunch of other women. You know he's gonna win,
No,
and
not
it also has to
necessarily.
do no.
How so?
Listen,
Because-
but it's the
because
level.
if I was the-
let's
if-
go into science here. It deals with the
Right,
level of
come on, let's be
testosterone and
real, let's be
estrogen
real.
here too.
Yeah, but if
Why do you think there's the separate sports for
if
men
me
and
and
women?
him was to go head and head, and if we was
You think you're going to win?
No.
me,
You wanna test that theory?
I don't think so.
Like no
Physicality?
She can't even
I
say it.
probably
See,
wouldn't
man.
win, but if I was like more like
Manly?
our cameraman back there, Scott, if I was like more like him, well,
Yeah.
You think
feel me?
you think you're still going to win as a female?
If I was like,
My mom
If I was
was
like him.
my mom was a champion in track, and she gonna watch this video. She can testify. But my mom can't beat me in a race, even in her prime time. I've raced. You remember Summer Walker at our school? There was a girl at our school, one of the fastest girls in the county. Oh, I can beat you. I said, okay, let's race. Blew out of the water, and it doesn't matter. That's just real. It's real.
But it's men. But that's the reason why there are separate sports for men and women in the first
yeah, I
place.
do agree
Exactly.
with you. When they
Men's
have different
basketball,
clubs and stuff,
women's
they should have a different
basketball,
club for them.
Men's track, women's track. There's a
Yeah.
purpose to all of this, so that
Exactly.
everyone gets a fair advantage.
So you're saying if they had like a trans athletic sport for
yes,
them?
Yeah.
a separate
Okay.
sport
But
for
I
men.
mean,
that makes
feel-
more sense.
it
Yeah, 'cause
probably
I don't
will,
think-
again,
I-
still be a
Now again,
problem.
I'm not
Yeah.
for the movement. I'm not for that at all. But I
But
mean,
it's-
for
yeah.
people who are dissatisfied with that, make a separate team or a
But
separate institution just
They
for
haven't
that.
made separate bathrooms, so I don't think they're gonna make a separate team anytime soon.
Now, I disagree. Now, I actually want to go back to the bathrooms because, for me, honestly, I don't really agree with allowing transgender men going to men's bathroom and transgender women going to women's bathrooms. Because, a couple creeps out there. So a guy,
Right. We
a
just
guy
dressing
might
up, think he can go in the bathroom.
Shoot, a guy.
He was just trying to play it off.
A
Right.
guy
Yeah.
might just say, "Oh, I identify as a woman," and go to women's locker room to be a creep. You
They
know,
have a
that
family
happens.
bathroom. Why you can't just go in a family
Every place
bathroom?
don't have a family bathroom though.
No,
But they
I
can
mean
make
in
one out of
schools.
school.
Oh,
But
yeah,
a
true,
family
at
bathroom
school.
out of school.
No,
But in
Hey.
general, though,
Go
In
family
general.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
in school, they're gonna be like, you're gonna have kids in there doing the nasty in there. Because the family bathroom separate, you ain't gotta worry about nobody coming in. So it's always something that's gonna be fighting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I feel like if you make a transgender group and they go off their separate ways, so you have the male and the female track, it's always gonna be a problem. So I mean, separating it is a problem, and them even entwining is still a problem. There's
See,
always gonna be a
if-
problem.
This is my
Always gonna be
thing.
a problem.
Because I say, let's give everybody, their own separate things. Since everybody think it's so many other genders, well, how about y'all create another, tracks team for the other genders that are out there, and let's, because I ain't got the right to tell people, you can't run track because you're transgender. You don't meet the qualification. You ain't a man or a
not at
female.
all.
Yeah,
That's
I
not.
mean,
That's
who
not
am
what
I-
we're
who
saying.
am I to say
So
that, you know?
I can't.
Yeah.
But what we can do is say, you know what? Since you do want to do this, here comes another way for you to do it.
A solution. It's
So
just
that
a,
way,
it's
it's
just a
fair
solution
for
to
everybody. It ain't fair for you, if you want to, since you want to dominate and you want to run track and you want to be a man and dress up as a girl, no, come on the man team.
But I don't see no transgender woman
that. Going to men's
going
teams.
to the men's
Yeah.
team.
Oh, you never know. You never know, man.
Hey,
I
I
don't know.
mean,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, but
This is a great discussion.
it sure
Yeah,
was. It sure
We
was.
had a
Absolutely.
lot of points.
Absolutely.
It sure was.
Mm-hmm.
So like was previously said, there is no hate towards anybody.
Not
There's
at all.
no judgment towards anybody because we all have lives of our own that you may not agree with.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, we all are entitled to our opinions.
We're all human.
It's true.
It's up to
I
you
love
how
y'all.
you. It's up to you how you take it.
We're all
Yeah.
human. We're all flesh
Yeah.
and blood. We're all blown. We're all
Blood.
flesh and blood and flesh and bone.
Well, I got a little bit of gold in me, but you know, it is what it is.
Tuh.
So he's a different
Ain't
breed.
no
I'm sorry.
gold.
I'm
It's
that other
painted
I'm that
gold.
other gender they talking about. I'm a whole nother creature.
What did you talk about?
It's that painted gold. That be
He
rubbing
bleeds
off.
gold.
Yeah, but this was a great discussion. We really appreciate all of our supporters and the people who are watching and tuning in.
Thank
We
you
hope
guys
that
so
you
much for
enjoyed this
watching.
conversation, and we are out.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye. See you later.